Now's the time to limit your relations. This is info for your conservation and observation. I am at my home. I am all alone. I am at my home in isolation. Isolation. Time for practicing your masturbation. Sorry that you canceled your vacation. It's not just you, it's the whole entire nation. In isolation. I am at my home.
I'm at my home.
I am all alone.
I'm all alone.
I am at my home.
I'm at my home.
In isolation. My constipation in isolation has really helped my toilet paper situation. Should hold up depending on the duration that they keep us in isolation. I am at my home.
I'm at my home.
I am all alone.
I am all alone.
I am at my home.
I am still at my home.
I am in isolation.
In isolation.
Isolation, a conversation we should have with every single generation. The older people need a working vaccination. The younger people on a threat of decimation. I am at my home. I am all alone. I picked up the phone.
Hello.
And I said hello. We should have with every isolation, breeds agitation. Unless you find a way to get some inspiration, make a creation, film a claymation, or just eat chips and talk to friends while on PlayStation.
A little boy on the road. I said, hey man, you shouldn't be alone. I said, maybe you can give me a phone and then I can help you call home. You can't be more than 4'4", and I think it's about to get dark. He said, I'm 36 and I think I'm okay to walk through this park. And that's when I realized you should never judge a person by the size. And that's when I realized you should never guess an age with your eyes. And that's when I realized you should never judge a person by the size. And that's when I realized you should never judge an age, never judge an age with your eyes. Never judge an age, never judge an age. I saw a girl the other day. I bumped into her when I was on my way. I said, little girl, let me know what brings you to the mall here all alone. She said, maybe 'cause I'm 52. I've got my whole life hating damn people like you. That's when I realized you never judge a person by the size. That's when I realized you should never guess an age with your eyes. That's when I realized you should never judge a person by the size. And that's when I realized you should never judge an age with your eyes. Never judge an age, never judge an age.
isolation. Stay away from all the subway stations. Now's the time to limit your relation. Information for your conservation and observation. Isolation, time for practicing your masturbation. Sorry that you canceled your vacation. It's not just you, it's the whole entire nation in isolation.
We believe we should confront anxiety with a clear plan to deal with its root causes.
Just before we get to questions, I'm supposed to model healthy behavior. Nice and sunny, but a little brisk.
My constipation in isolation has really helped my toilet paper situation. Should hold up depending on the duration. I have to stay in isolation. Isolation, a conversation you should have with every single generation. The older people need a working vaccination. The younger people are afraid of dissemination.
Listen, Canada is a modest country. We know we can't solve these problems alone. We know we need to do this all together. We know it will be hard work, but we're Canadian, and we're here to help. And it's our job as your government to do justice to that compassion and to that kindness that you show to one another each and every day. We can build a better world for our kids and grandkids. This is who we are. This is what we believe in. This is Canada.
Isolation breeds agitation unless you find a way to get some inspiration. Make a creation, film a claymation, or just eat chips and talk to friends while on PlayStation. Station.
This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, Give me lyrics, for this song, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, Give me lyrics, to the song, This part is where the verse goes. This part is where the verse goes. This part is where the verse goes. No shine, no lyrics, This part is where the verse goes. This part is where the verse goes. This part is where the verse goes. No shine, no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, Give me lyrics, for this song, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, Give me lyrics, for this song,
Maybe a rap part comes in here, I'm not sure, it's not clear. Maybe it would sound weird if we don't do a rap part. Maybe we do a verse that sounds similar to the first, so it would sound like this part is where the verse goes. This part is where the verse goes. This part is where the verse goes. No shine, no lyrics, This part is where the verse goes. This part is where the verse goes. This part is where the verse goes. No shine, no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, Give me lyrics, for this song.
It's Wednesday, it's 8 p.m. We're not all at apartment 711, but we are live. It's the DG Special. On tonight's show, Nikki Payne, Trevor Wilson, Brian Barlow, Ryan Belleville, The DG Special News with Sebastian Siddiqi, featuring me, Josh Finkelman, and Dan Tamizian. And now your host, Dan Gallia.
Hello, how are you? I will do a good show for you today, and you will like it. Anyways, hey guys, welcome to the DG Special episode 4. We got a super fun episode for you. So many of my favorite people are on the show. I just feel like I've been on a roll here. I mean, everyone is just at home, so it's been a lot easier to get guests that I really want, that I have been trying to get for a while. So today, that show is now. What? I'm just too excited, guys. Let's bring Josh and Dan in here. I want to see how their weeks were. And Josh and Dan, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, Josh, how's it going?
It's great, man. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. Hey, Dan. So for those of you that don't know, it's your first time watching the DG Special, Josh Finkelman over here, KJosh Radio on Twitter, is the voice of the show. So if you're talking to us or you want to ask some question or you have a thought that you want brought up on the show, if Josh deems it valid, he shall move the question onto the live broadcast. He's also just the voice of the show. So thanks for doing that, Josh. And Dan Tamizian down there, he's the guy behind the switches. So anytime you see a video, anytime you see something switch, that's Dan Tamizian, and he's like kind of like the Wizard of Oz. I always think of him like that. From the day I met you, I thought you were the Wizard.
I live behind a curtain, yeah.
You just moved from behind that curtain, actually, yeah. So it's pretty great. What have you guys been doing this week? Anything special? Anything different happen, Josh?
Just the usual. I've taken to doing, I do a 10-minute yoga routine every morning when I wake up, which probably is not actually doing me any good because I'm probably doing it all wrong. But I do it every morning. I wake up and I roll out the stupid mat and I do my 10-minute yoga thing. I have a couple different routines I do, whatever the app tells me. And then this morning, I went to pick up my mat when I was finished so that I could go make coffee and whatnot. And I fucked up my back somehow. I was like bending down to pick up my yoga mat and so all day I've been limping around my house. And so I really think that yoga doesn't work.
No, it's because I've always thought this. You've changed a lot since I met you. And I really do feel like at some point Bizarro Josh killed the other Josh and has been living on our earth. And on Bizarro World, yoga make back bad.
You know what? It's entirely possible. It would explain a large number of things about my life. That would definitely do it.
How about you, Dan? What'd you do this week?
My big project this week was I like working with wood, but I've been obviously I'm not going to like a hardware store to buy wood. Doesn't seem like an essential item, but so I transformed an old shitty wooden shoe rack into a spice rack and put it on my wall in the kitchen. That was my big thing this week, was like doing a high school woodworking project, making a spice rack.
Honestly, I wish I had any energy to do something like that. You know, I look busy because I'm just sitting here making streaming shows, but like I couldn't get up to make a spice rack if you paid me $1 million.
It took me a month. Like I was like wanting to do it even before this. And then I was pretty drunk. So it's like it's like this. It's like this wonky.
I love it. I would you got to fill the time, you know, and now's the best time to just kind of learn a new thing. And I've been like trying to learn all these weird programs, and yeah, it's been super fun.
And you got to put it online, otherwise, from what I can tell, it doesn't exist. Yeah, right. if you don't do a live stream of some sort, then you're not doing it.
So just some housekeeping stuff before we get the show started. As you know, I like to move the show along. You can donate to the show. Josh will post the link to the donation
already there.
And if you want, you can buy us a coffee, which is how you donate to the show. The money will go back to the show. So hopefully we can buy more Zoom months and stuff like that and keep doing it.
And also, the best thing you could do, even better, I think, than money, because we're not getting enough money to do anything with it. Let's just be honest. Nobody wants to give away money right now. Is share this. Share this live stream. If you're watching it right now and you share this stream, it'll make my day. And it'll honestly help more people see it. And it'll help me want to do it more, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's the main thing. Please share this. And this week, guys, I had a rough week. I decided I gotta have some real talk right now. I'll keep it light, but
Let it out.
I suffer from anxiety and depression occasionally, and you know, I've had a pretty steady anxious feeling going on through this, but it hasn't been that bad. And then this past 3 days, I've been kind of on edge. I've been feeling a little edgy. Definitely not feeling like, you know, the funniest guy in the world. But you know, this is why this show's so great, is because I don't have to be the funniest guy in the world. I can just bring the funniest people onto the show. And I really did bring the big guns, starting with our first person here. I've been looking for someone to do the DG Special News, be my anchor, you know? And it's been a long trek, but I think I finally found the person for me. He did a great job with his YouTube channel, and hopefully he pulls it out for us tonight. I want to bring it over to the DG Special News with Sebastian Siddiqi. Sebastian, what's going on? Let's do this.
Hello everyone, I am Sebastian Brown Siddiqi, and you are watching the DG News. For our 3 topics today, we are doing the coronavirus can't sit on bench, the Mario Maker 2 last update, and complaint letters. Okay, firstly, the coronavirus pandemic don't sit on a bench. These 2 stories include me and my mom, and me and my mom. There's both. Okay, first one. We were by the dog park in Trinity Bellwoods, just minding our own business, sitting on a bench. There were some police officers nearby, but we didn't think anything of it until one of them approached us. My mom thought something was wrong, so she said, "Hello, police officer, is there something wrong?" And he said, "Yes. The reason was you're not allowed to sit on benches while this pandemic is out. It's not safe to just, keep to yourselves, on a bench, because people will think you can do that, so they will start doing it." All right. The second story includes me and my mom again. We were sitting at the baseball pitch, not on a bench, with doing a bike ride, and a truck was pulling up to us. And my mom figured something was wrong again, so she figured we'd have to leave and keep biking. Those are the 2 stories today. Second topic, Mario Maker last update. The last update includes 10 new items and probably 8 more bosses, including Lemmy, Larry, Iggy, and the rest of the Koopalings. And the items are propeller block, bullet block, cannon block, Goomba mask, and the last one I don't remember. And they also added some other new suits, like the new Super Mario Bros. 2 style mushroom. You can ride on enemies and pick them up and throw them. The next one is in the new Super Mario Bros. U version, which is the acorn suit. Fly around, cling onto walls, and get an extra boost while flying. The last ones are the frog suit and the boomerang suit. And now on to the third topic, complaint letters. These 3 complaints will be to Bethesda, Disney, and what should be the last one? Let's see. Orange juice companies. So let's start off with the first one. Bethesda. Dear Bethesda, or Skyrim games, it must be really fun because some of the last few years in either 2017 and 2018, you ruined Fallout 76. It looks terrible. And why? Just why? When you set up your camp and you exit the game and you put up your save file, it's not there. Send. Okay, now next one to all the people in the world. Dear all, this is such a global pandemic. I can't believe our people have done this. We've created useless stuff like cars. We could just bike everywhere. But wait, how do you get to the place on highways? Anyway, the thing is, you're ruining the environment. Masks and gloves have been scattered everywhere around Toronto. You filthy humans. Coronavirus isn't the virus. We are. And sent. The last one is to Disney. Dear Disney, I wonder what it's like creating really beautiful cartoons and stealing other stuff from other companies. Marvel doesn't deserve your possession. And same goes with National Geographic. Will Smith doesn't have to do this all the time. And send. Well, that was DG Special News. I'm Sebastian Brown.
Can you?
Now to Josh with the weather.
The weather. I thought I was losing it there. I could see your lips moving, and I was like, "Am I? Can you?" The weather is cloudy. That's what the weather is.
Man, that was awesome.
That was great.
That is telling it how it is. And now we know about the new Mario Maker updates. And yeah, that was a crazy story about the bench too.
No, well, yeah, they're out there. They're out there in force, man. You can't no benches.
That's the time we live in right now.
I was thinking.
And I agree, guys. Stop polluting, okay? Stop throwing your gloves and your masks all over the place. We get it. You use them and they're done. That's what a garbage is for.
Yeah, it's a gross with all the. It is Earth Day, actually. It's Earth Day today, and that's a good bit of advice, Dan. It's also it's something that we should all keep in mind because as all the environmental improvements that are not being present has brought, now the floor is covered in gloves and masks. And that's just my apartment.
Oh wow,
yeah.
Interesting. All right, well, Josh, I'm going to keep the show moving along.
Do it.
Up next is one of my favorite people, Nikki Payne. We lived together for a short period, and in that period, she got a dog, and she became very, very into pets and animals, and she said she had something she wanted to promote. So let's bring her out. Nikki Payne, come on out.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Not bad. Thanks for doing the show.
Oh, no problem. No problem. I have a very exciting product.
Well, please take it away.
Okay, you know how we're all looking for alternative ways to make an income during the pandemic when you can't do comedy, and the entrepreneur that I am, I came up with a really great idea. I was thinking, Nikki, what's not out there in the world that people need? And I finally got it. Lingerie for cats. I have a new line of lingerie for cats. It's called Nikki's Pussy Intimates. And right here, live on the DG special, I am going to show you the first of my line of lingerie for cats. Let's go. The first one is, after a cat's had, 2 or 3 litters, things start to sag. Your cat might want some support. So I have a pussycat bra that I've made right there. There's 6 cups, but we make them in 8. My cat just happens to be a 6-cupper. And so there's 6 cups there. And the cat's nipple will fit nicely into each one like that. And sorry, there's a little bit of blood on the bra because we had a bit of an incident. The straps are adjustable, as well as the back snaps, and it has the signature Nikki's Pussy red bow in the middle. The next item is, let me tell you, Dan, it's my favorite. It's just so gorgeous. It is a beautiful negligee for your cat. Look at that, hey? Beautiful, beautiful lace, just extraordinary. Again, adjustable straps. Really, your cat could wear this. Your cat could wear this day in, day out, or you know what? It's special enough that she could wear it on her wedding night if she wanted to. It's that beautiful. And just so you know, all our items at Nikki's Pussy is upcycled. They're all made out of my old underwear. So you don't have to worry about the environment. It's okay, Sebastian. Nikki's Pussy is not hurting the environment. Now, Dan, I know what you're thinking. WTF, Nikki? Where's the shapewear? Don't you worry, I've thought about it. Because house cats are predominantly, have a sedentary lifestyle. So they tend to get a little, like the rest of us, a little thick in the middle. And sometimes they just really, for special occasions, want to be able to smooth that out and feel really confident. And that's what Nikki's Pussy is all about, making cats feel confident. So here are the Pussycat Spanx. Pussycat Spanx. They have a hard elastic band inside to suck that pussy in, and and again the signature Nikki's Pussy bow, because I really think that that's what Nikki's Pussy is all about. Those little details that make a cat feel special. And just so you know, if you're home and you're like, wow, my cat is large and could use some Spanx, I'll give you a little hint. This is easy. I understand times are hard, money's tight. This is a very easy DIY project. Oh. Just cut the leg off your own Spanx.
Right. Right.
Cut the leg off my Spanx.
That's too easy, almost.
Almost. Until you try to put it on the cat.
Wow. Yeah. Is that why you have all those Band-Aids on your face?
Yeah, my business partner slash model, well, ex-model.
Right.
we had some creative differences.
Sorry, what's your business partner's name?
Battle Cat.
Right.
Yeah, I adopted her from the SPCA.
Okay.
I have fed her, gave a roof over her head, and she won't even put on a negligee for her mother.
Unreal.
She really didn't like it. But your cat will love them. You know, that's just my cat. You know, she grew up in an orphanage.
Right. It's tough times.
Problems.
Yeah. She really did a number on you, though. I see you had some on your head there, too.
Yeah. You might have noticed I shaved my head. She really got me good on the scalp there. Nearly pulled it right off. So the doctor had to shave around it to get the stitches in. So
Right.
I thought, oh, what the heck? We might as well just even it all out.
Oh my God. Wow. You put a lot of effort into this. And honestly,
my blood, sweat, and tears.
sometimes
Literally.
sometimes your passion hurts, right?
I don't do anything half-assed, Dan.
Right. So if people want to buy this lingerie for their animals, where could they get that?
Nikki'sPussy.com.
Okay.
Don't really Google Nikki's Pussy.
Don't do that. It is just
go
a
to my
cesspool
Facebook.
of...
Tell me how many nipples your cat has. I'll rig something up.
Honestly, that's amazing. How have you been doing, by the way, just in general in this pandemic?
I'm lonely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for joining us. That was amazing. And I think they're gonna be flying off the counter like gangbusters.
I'm so lonely. Thank you.
All right, Nikki. Well, I'm glad you look like you're doing well.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again for doing the show, and I
No problem.
hope you'll come back sometime.
Okay.
Thanks, Nikki. Oh my God. Oh my God. I said she was looking like she's doing okay, but she looks very injured. Yeah. I need some time to just kind of digest that. She's a good friend of mine. I'm just kidding. She's totally fine. She gets scratched by cats all the time. That's her deal. She loves it. Battle Cat. It's named Battle Cat. It fights. We lucked out, and I think it's just because honestly, people are inside, so people are just easy to get, and we just happened to get this guy. I've been trying to get him for a long time. Give it up for the Yo-Yo Man.
What's up? What's up? I'm Yo-Yo Man. How's it going? All right. We're dealing with a crazy fucking time right now. I mean, you're probably like, where's this guy's mask? Well, it's in my pocket. Anyway, this has been crazy. I mean, life's really had its ups and downs lately. You know what I mean? And you know what? Life's been super complicated. But you know what? I've seen a lot of shit. You know what I mean? I've been
around the world. You know, I've met the Queen of England. I've had a cup of tea with her, you know? It was fucking good. I've seen her, like, all of her jewels and, you know, her earrings and, you know, her rings and stuff. You know, but the place I love most is at home, which is in Burbank, California, which I love. Because you know what? I love celebrities, you know? I love that, like, you know, like people like Mr. T live here, you know? And like all sorts of people like that. But like, I don't know. LA is not just about like human celebrities. It's also about like pets and stuff like that. Like a lot of like actors are dogs that can do things like, you know, like fucking walk on command or like, you know, with CGI, like fucking fly, you know? And like, or like dogs can do other things like, you know, like pretend they're asleep or dead. You know, like that kind of thing. But you know what? The crazy thing about like LA and Burbank is everyone here is a fucking actor. Everyone needs to drive all the way around everywhere, you know, and honk their horn, you know, because everyone's got to go to their next audition with their headshot. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But you know what? A lot of people do act here, but what happens though is that everyone here lives alone, which is sad with coronavirus and everything. But the thing is with acting is that you're with someone. So, you know, like, but the problem is that sometimes when you go to some of these film shoots, is they're not what you think. Like, sure, you gotta act with someone, you know, but then when you get there, you find out it's a porn. And then, you know, stuff happens when you gotta have sex, but then you can't get it up. You can't get it up. Shit. Well, you gotta stay with your dreams, man. You gotta stay in your fucking dreams. And, you know, yeah, sure, it's good to have a backup plan of being a doctor, being a dentist, or being a, you know, fucking, I don't know, fucking yo-yo man, you know, whatever. But, like, I don't know. That's just fucking crazy, you know? I mean, the thing about it is no matter what, you just gotta practice and like, you know, get good at like one thing or, like that kind of thing. Or like, you know, you gotta fucking, you know, do like this fucking thing. You know, like this, like it's a balancing act. You know, but anyway, oh shit, I gotta take a shit. All right. Well, yeah, that's my bit. I'm Yo-Yo Man. Dan, what's up, man?
Yo-Yo Man. Oh my God, it's been like forever. I've been trying to book you forever.
Yeah, man. How you doing? You rolling with it or what?
Nice. Oh my God, it's so weird being here with you with your classic pea soup shirt and all that stuff.
Dude, I love pea soup. You know what? Honestly, though, when I ordered piss soup, and then they fucked it up.
They really fucked it up.
I know, you know what? But hey, life has its ups and downs.
So, how are you dealing with this whole situation? Are you just doing a lot of yo-yoing or what?
It's great. You know what? I'm with my best friends right now. I have, another yo-yo.
Oh, okay.
And
are they just hidden all over the house?
I don't know if there's going to be theft. So
all right.
Make sure I have all my yo-yos hidden away. Because, like, you know, have you ever seen the movie Castaway starring Tom Cruise?
Of course, no.
So anyway, in that movie, he's best friends with a volleyball.
Tom Hanks, right, yeah.
So I found, like, you know, Tom Cruise made it, like, super, like, I don't know, they gave me the idea.
So yo-yo's kind of your volleyball.
Yeah, yo-yo's my volleyball.
And this virus is kind of you being cast away. You know, honestly, you should have your own show or movie or something because you got so much to say, you know?
I really do.
Oh my God.
See that guitar?
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Dude, do you play?
I thought I could attach yo-yos to each string, but it doesn't work that way, man.
Well,
It
dude,
doesn't work
honestly,
that way.
keep trying new things. Would you do that for me? Would you make that promise?
You know what? Pinky promise.
Sick. Everybody give it up for Yo-Yo Man in your homes.
And give it up for yourself.
Thanks. Yeah, give it up for yourselves.
Give it up for yourselves.
Well, thanks for joining me, Yo-Yo Man. I hope you'll come back when you have a new trick or something. That's dope.
Yeah, man. Keep your stick on the ice.
Will do, Captain. Peace. Wow, Yo-Yo Man. Every he did not disappoint me at all. He's every bit the Yo-Yo Man that I thought I was going to get. And wow, that was amazing. You know what? 2 years of trying to get that guy on the show was way worth it. That's all I'm going to say. And you know what? Let's bring Josh back out here. Josh, are you there?
I am here.
Oh, I can hear you.
Oh.
There you are.
So
I'm really excited about this. This is another person I've been dying to get on the show. And we get to just kind of shoot the shit with them. So let's bring them out. You ready?
I'm here for it. That's why I came.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. K. Trevor Wilson. There he is.
What's up?
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
How's it going? Dan and Josh and Internet.
Yeah, man. Thanks for doing the show.
Oh, thanks for having me.
How you been doing? How you been holding up over there?
Just drinking my sweet mug of root beer.
Delicious sips. Just is that what you've been doing most of the time? Just kind of drinking root beer?
Yeah, I've been drinking a lot of root beer. Case after case of root beer. But they stopped sending me cases. Now I've just been getting some bottles. So
okay, they were sending you
cases
cases
on the grocery. My fiance and I have been playing grocery roulette during the pandemic. We just we order our groceries from the stores to get delivered. So we put our hopes and dreams out into the universe, and we just see what food gets delivered.
That's beautiful.
It's
always, so magical.
It's always adjacent to what you wanted. You
know? It's fun. It's like you get almost what you asked for, and then it's like I cooking during the pandemic has become one long episode of Chopped. You just what's in the mystery bag.
It's true, and I'm always the loser of Chopped.
Meal.
I thought I was good. Did you do what I do? You say you're drinking a lot of root beer. I kill things. So it's like when I like something, like I like watermelon, say, I'll eat watermelon till I hate it. Like till the taste of it makes me sick.
I tend to go overboard. Like the things if I like something, I like it a lot. I've been going in waves between Diet Dr. Pepper and Diet Root Beer.
Ooh.
Yeah, those are very similar. They're like cousins.
Yeah, less caffeine in the root beer.
So I want to ask you right off the bat, because you're always you're one of my favorite storytellers.
Thanks,
great
bud.
at telling a story, and I teach stand-up a little bit now, and I always say if you want to learn how to tell a story, watch K. Trevor Wilson, because he just knows how to get to the beats, and you do all the right things, and it's very pleasing to watch, and it's hilarious.
Thanks,
yeah, no problem. But I want to know, what's the weirdest thing you've experienced through this whole thing? Because there's so many different things happening, and we're all living different lives right now in our homes. But is there anything extra weird that you've kind of seen, or?
We think because I live down by the water, and they shut down all the parks and all the parking lots down here to stop people from gathering and social distancing. And what we've noticed in the neighborhood is the drug dealers don't have anywhere to sell their illegal drugs no more, because all the parking lots by the waterfront have been closed off. So we just have used drug dealers driving around the lakefront of Toronto.
just showing up to a locked door.
Because people keep driving up and they have nowhere to buy their drugs, so they just end up circling my building's parking lot for a bit and then leaving.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Josh, you had a question for K-Trev, right?
I'll get to mine in a second. But speaking of empty parking lots, there's a question in the Facebook chat that wants to know your opinion of WrestleMania and the whole empty arena. They're calling it an era. I hope it doesn't last that long. But how do you feel about that?
Like, I'm glad that someone's making shows, even though they probably shouldn't be. Like, there's a part of me that's like, all right, you probably shouldn't be doing that, but it's like I still like watching wrestling though. So it's kind of fun that they're trying something new, and it's been nice that they can just tell the story without having idiots scream what and woo and everything. So like there's part of me that like kind of digs it, and like I like some of the empty arena matches, in the 80s, like Terry Funk and Jerry Lawler had a great one. So it's not unheard of. But yeah, like I think any live performance without an audience is feeling kind of sad right now. So while they're doing it, I can't think any of the performers getting a ton of gratification out of it.
That Undertaker match was very funny.
Yeah, but I mean, they didn't get to hear the laughs. They had no idea.
That's true. No, you're right. They don't get anything from it. This is off topic, but Dan Tamizian, who's kind of working the switches for us right now, he worked on a show called Dark Side of the Ring that I've been watching a lot of. If you haven't seen it yet, highly recommend it. Dino Bravo was the episode yesterday, and
I haven't seen the Dino Bravo episode.
Very, very good show.
I'm familiar with the story. It's kind of fun because, like, as a wrestling nerd, this is all the stuff that I've spent thousands of hours reading about that now everyone is talking about in the Vice documentary. So it's funny because it's like now people are watching these shows, and then my friends are calling me up going, "Oh my god, I just watched the Bruiser Brody episode. Wrestling's fucked up." And I'm like,
well, I was saying it's a genius show because every wrestler's life is fucked up. like I don't think anyone has a normal life. You know what I mean?
It's a crazy carnival. I mean, it started from carnivals.
Yeah.
Pro wrestling is the combination of a professional sport and a carnival sideshow. That's literally how it came to be.
So here's another audience question. Someone wants to know what the K in front of your name stands for. You go by K. Trevor Wilson.
Oh, it's actually an easy Google. It stands for Kingsley. It's my middle name and my grandfather's name. When I started acting, there was another Trevor Wilson.
Oh.
Needed a stage name, so we took my middle initial and threw it out front. It was kind of funny that when Jared Kiso wrote season 3 of Letterkenny, he didn't realize that my name stood for Kingsley, that the state K stood for Kingsley, and there was actually a joke in the season where I made fun of a guy whose name was Kingsley.
That's awesome.
Funny, I was like, and I said to him on set, I was like, "Are you just getting a soft digging at my name?" And he was like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "That's what the K stands for." He was like,
"What?"
I had no idea.
That's great. I love when stuff like that happens.
Literally tattooed on my arm.
You didn't know, huh? This is a great segue, though. You were actually on tour with Letterkenny. For those of you that don't know, K-Trev is on the show Letterkenny on Crave, which you can check out anytime you want because it's just
and Hulu if you're watching in the States.
And Hulu, and he was on tour with the Letterkenny guys, and then this happened, and the tour got canceled. So, what happened there? Just you just stopped in your tracks and all went home, I guess, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, we started off in New Brunswick doing the tour. We were there for about like a few days rehearsing and getting it ready, and that was sort of when the rumblings were starting. But like maybe one person had I don't even know if the first person had come back to Canada with it yet at that point. But I mean, there was talk that we're doing the tour of this or that. And then we had meet and greets as part of the show. So pretty quickly we were sanitizing the crap out of ourselves and the VIPs. Everyone had to put on hand sanitizer before they walked in. And then again after they walked out, and then about a week in, you know, it had gotten worse, so we changed everything to we weren't shaking hands and no more hugging, just doing the pictures and nodding. But other than that, the show seemed to be going fine, and it was a calamitous tour. In just the 3 weeks we were doing it, we started in New Brunswick, and like 2 of the cast lost their luggage on the flight in, which is like, okay, well, I mean, you know, hopefully that's the worst thing that happens. And then when we were on our way to Hamilton to start the Southern Ontario wing of the show, the tire blew out on our tour bus, and water got up and shorted out the hydraulics or something. So the whole bus had to be overhauled and was on blocks for about a week getting fixed. And luckily we were, like all of our shows, were sort of in an area for a few days. So we drove around in a van. And then once we got the bus fixed, we had to cross the border into the States and start the American leg of the show. And we kicked off the American leg with a wicked sold out show in Detroit. About 4,100 people at the show, and just a rock and roll kind of experience. The fans in Detroit were just amazing. And then the next day we set off to Buffalo to continue the tour. We had a day off in Buffalo, and I was actually on my way to meet the ride to go to the theater for sound check for the Buffalo show when I got the call saying that the tour had been canceled. At that point, like the day before, we'd heard that the Seattle show had been canceled, but that was it. And then in less than 24 hours, 10% of the venues had pulled out, and in lockdown. And so it was like, do we keep going and watch everything else fall and lose money on it, or do we?
No, you did the right thing, I think.
15 minutes away from the border, so we just called the tour and got on the bus, and we're back in Canada. And
well, I hope this thing ends sooner than later, and you guys get to get back on that, because it sounds like it was going well and it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun group, and it was a fun show. It was kind of our we've been doing the live thing for a few years, but this was the first time we were doing it with a 9-person cast. The first few runs had been myself and Nate and Jared and Mark Forward, and then on the last run, we did the 3 shows in the States last year. Michelle joined the group. And then this time we had 9 cast members. We had the hockey players and the skids with us. And the shows had been a ton of fun, and we were having a great time. I was telling you earlier, we have a game we play where every time we stop at a truck stop, we buy each other the most ridiculous gift that they have for sale in the truck stop. It was a tradition that Mark Forward started, where he would just keep buying Jared Kiso ridiculous things and then act like it was something he knew Jared had always wanted, but wouldn't splurge and get himself. I think first thing he got him was a crystal dragon, and then he got him a model spaceship. And then
that's awesome. I love stuff like that.
I got Jared a medieval skull shot glass. He got Hersey a wolf sweater, like just.
And then you know what? Those like are joke gifts, but they're the ones that you like remember. They have a story behind them. You know what I mean?
The best was Mark Forward snuck into Jared's bunk and hung a 3D picture that he bought him. That was like a hologram that changed as you moved, and he was like, "I know you love art, and this is 2 pictures in one. It's even better."
Dude, I love you so much. I'm so happy that the tour was going well, and that's hilarious. I wish I could. I'm gonna buy you a weird gift next time I'm at a gas station, just to be a part of it. Thanks for doing the show, Josh. Your question was it just a getting Trevor to suggest a comic book?
Oh yeah, we were gonna because I mean clearly you have.
We have 1 minute.
Clearly you have a lot of comic book interest, though, like I do. I was gonna see if you had any recommendations for the audience of things to read in isolation.
Well, I mean, I don't like to do product placement, but I've got the Marvel Unlimited app, where you pretty much have online access to the Marvel library.
Yeah.
which has been a super handy tool in these locked in times. And so I've been doing that, and then you can just dip into any story that you haven't read yet. And I actually went back and read the original Secret Wars and the Dark Phoenix saga. So if you've never actually read them, those are my recommendations for
Well,
that now.
you heard it here first. K. Trevor Wilson, watch Letterkenny on Crave. And if you haven't seen the roast battles from the past, check him out. He's on there too. K. Trev, thank you so much for doing the show. And
Thanks for having
please
me,
stay
bud.
safe and healthy. And I love you,
too.
buddy.
Love you too, bud. Have a good one.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, Josh.
That was great.
We're at the end of the show. We have one more person to bring out.
Man, it goes by so quick.
I know, and it's another person that I've been really wanting to get on my show. It has to be this way, and that's fine with me, but he's one of my favorite people. Just like, I love his sense of humor. I just love Silly. Silly's my favorite sense of humor, and this guy just like knocks out of the park. So let's not make people wait any longer. Let's just bring him out. Mr. Ryan Belleville. Turn off your camera, Jeff.
What, did it work? Is it working? Is the light happening? I've been losing the light. Can you still see me okay?
Yeah.
It's still very sunny here in LA. That's very nice, guys. Also, Secret Wars is a great thing. I gotta agree with K. Trev. Absolutely love that comic. I watched it, or I used to read it back in the day, way back, like the OG in the 80s. And when I was sick and staying home, I just sit there and read the Secret Wars, all about the Beyonder and all that, such and such. So it's very exciting to hear somebody else reference such a cultural moment here. I'm here in Los Angeles as well. Beautiful, beautiful LA. It's so much like Canada, except I've given up my healthcare for the endless opportunities of California. What a treat it is. What a treat it is. But we are getting by here. It's been very good. I've been answering all the emails from the countless companies who've been so kind to email me. I've been getting lots of emails from them just telling me their response to COVID. I'm like, thank you, Domino's. I really needed to know that you're no longer letting people sneeze on the pizza. So top shelf, like that one. Actually, we haven't even been ordering in. We haven't ordered in for a month or over a month. We've been locked down for ages. We have our masks. I've gone out a couple times. My bandana in LA, you kind of have to wear a white bandana if you're going to do it. There's some colors you don't want to walk in to. You know what I mean? You don't want to wear a red bandana around in LA. Even if you're in a Whole Foods, you still don't want the Crips and people to be like, yeah, shooting you while you're picking out persimmons. That was the quickest Whole Foodsy type thing I could reference. And I do live close to a Whole Foods. Oh, life imitating art. Also, talking at a comedy show on a live video is kind of the greatest ego stroke a comic can have, because I don't have to look at filthy audiences. I just get to look at my own face. So I get to look at me while I'm the only one talking, which really is all comics want. I'm realizing I didn't even need an audience in the first place. It is interesting though, in LA, you're watching all those people, they're letting their roots grow out. The fake spray tans are disappearing on people. Like the fake nails. Ooh, fake nails. I saw a woman, this is right before the end, when I was in Florida. I don't want to brag, I was doing shows. I was like K-Trev, I was off touring around America right when the shit hit the fan. And I was at McCurdy's Comedy Theater, which is a fantastic club in Sarasota, Florida. And at the beginning of the week, it looked great. And then we found out, it's pretty slow. And we still had like 200 people there, but it was getting slower every night and worse until it was canceled. And then we left. But while I was there, everyone knew COVID was going on. A lot of old people, they didn't give a shit. Like, it's an old person town. I saw a bunch of old people on Segways scooting through the street, like the worst Mad Max I've ever seen. Like a Mad Max meets like a Viagra ad. And like everyone seemed pretty cool, but a little too cavalier. I saw a delivery person, a DoorDash. I don't know if everyone has DoorDash, but it's like a Uber Eats, deliver hot wings to a woman when I was in Florida when COVID was exploding. It's taken off, to a pharmacist, and he delivered hot wings to her. And I'm like, it's a pandemic. She's eating like finger food at lunch, and she had these giant nails like disgustingly, like their nails were so long that there were SARS still under them. Oh. Anyways, but seriously, and this is the thing that grosses me out so much about the long nails, because there's also a woman in my apartment building who still has them, and I'm like, it's time to get rid of the long nails. I think, like, they grossed me out before, because like, how do you wipe your ass with the long nails? It's like raking your ass, and I have a very sensitive ass, which is much like my hair growing out. It's going unbleached, which is very upsetting, because I was trying to bleach my asshole as white as it could be and get as dark a tan as possible, so I could be like a like a lighthouse on a stormy night. I could guide sailors in from the whatever. Anyways, America's just a catastrophe. It's just an utter catastrophe right now. I don't know what to say. They're talking about opening Vegas for some reason. The lady's like, hey, I love gambling. And I have friends who are really outraged that they're trying to reopen Vegas. But I'm like, it's a city full of compulsive gamblers. Like, it's not like people are making great life choices to start with. Like, I got a lot of friends in New York too. Like, things there are like going crazy. The one thing that did drive me nuts is the Tiger. When they found out the Tiger had coronavirus, and that bothered me. Not because, like, first of all, I love zoos. I'm a zoo man. Some people hate zoos because they're like, it's like prison for animals. And I'm like, man, some animals, maybe they deserve to be in prison. I don't know. I'm just saying, maybe that panda is a pedophile and needs to be locked up. But the tiger got sick, and I'm like, how the fuck is a tiger getting a test when I can't get a test here in Hollywood? I'm just saying, this is what the priorities are in America. I mean, I love the fact that Trudeau talked about speaking moistly, and that's the craziest thing that he said. Meanwhile, here, it's like Trump's going on the air, and he's just like, I think the cure is the blood of the immigrants. And you're like, no, dear God, please. I don't even know what, I did want to say one thing about my daughter. She told me to tell you guys something. I can't remember. I'm just trying to keep it together, guys. I've been very bummed out at times. I've been depressed. I've been trying not, depression, my rules are a lot like when you take mushrooms. Stay off social media. Don't look in the mirror, and don't call your mom. And also I'm trying to keep away from people's opinions, because everyone seems to have an opinion about this shit that's going on. And I'm like, opinions are like assholes. If I've had enough to drink, I'll let you put a finger in my opinion, my very, very bleached opinion. The point is, I hope everyone's staying safe. And the thing you can all do right now, people are like, hey, I did a bunch of interviews today with CBC, and they're talking about art and comedy and how important comedy is right now. The real thing is, we all know that it's important. We're all binging Netflix and comedy specials nonstop. So you guys, if you don't have any money to donate, like they said, push this link out there. Find comics you like, follow them on Instagram and Twitter, retweet them. All these little things are important, because artists have nothing right now, and we need a little sweet support. So that's all I gotta say.
Ryan, speaking of people, checking stuff.
I forgot I was doing. By the way, I forgot that there was supposed to be like some sort of comedy thing going, and this just turned into.
I was in another world watching you. You just put me in the zone there.
I appreciate it. It's the good lighting. I'm losing the lighting in here, but it's still sunny here in California.
Dude, thank you so much for doing the show. I really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, man.
And please get his album, Friday Late Show, on May 8th. It's coming out on, I'm sure, all the places you get things, on Apple Music and iTunes and all that stuff. So look out for that. You will not be sorry. It's going to be a wicked album. Ryan Belleville, everybody.
It's going to be wicked huge. It's going to be wicked huge.
Stay safe. Stay healthy.
See you guys.
Peace. All right. That's it. That is the show. Josh, you can come back. Dan, you can come back. And after this, there's another great show on the Comedy Bar Twitch channel. Stick around for Your Hood's a Joke. If you're not watching this on Comedy Bar Twitch, why don't you switch on over at 9 o'clock and check out Your Hood's a Joke. Should be a fun one. There's some battling going on. It's a roast battle. And we're going to end the show like this. Thank you to the 427. Thank you to Barb Brownlee. Thank you to Michelle Lost Beauty. Thank you to everybody that donated. Thank you to Antimesian for doing the switches. Thank you, Josh, for being the voice of the show. Thank you to everybody on the show: Brian Barlow, Nikki Payne, Trevor Wilson, Ryan Belleville, and of course, Sebastian Siddiqi, who did a wicked job on the news. And we're just going to end with this video. And when the video's done, so is the show. Peace.
You ever have these things when you were kids?
Jelly beans?
Yeah, jellied beans. We called them jellied beans.
No, we never had them. I wished we had them, but we never got them.
These used to be the only thing that made me feel normal. You know? I knew that if I was eating these and all the other kids were eating these, then I was like the other kids.
For me, I experienced being different my entire life because my parents don't look anything like me. Even can you imagine that? You grow up and it's like you're an alien with the people who you are supposed to be the closest with. Like, that's our society. You know what I mean?
But it's like, you know, before you can even be okay with any of that, you have to be okay with who you are. It's like you can't expect people to look at you and think anything different.
I mean, I just love being around people who really get it and who can express themselves and talk. It's that opening. It's the opening of our souls that makes us all close.
What is this?
What do you mean?
What are we creating? We are happening, right? I guess
Stick around for Your Hood's a Joke on Comedy Bar Twitch. See ya.